Okay. Hi everybody. Can you see me? Can you see me?
Yep. Yeah.
Weird. So I just see a brown spot. Huh. That's so strange. Okay.
No, I can see you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hi everybody. Welcome. Oh, Mila's there. Okay. Yes. Okay. Cool. Hi. Hi everybody. Welcome to our team meeting. Today is July 11th, Monday. Monday, new week. It's the beginning of basically, we can say the second week of the month, right? Congratulations, Mile, on top coach last month. Baby, woo!
Thank
And
you.
that is amazing. Dude, you have 4 kids with you. They're like hanging all over the place from
I
you.
know, I know.
Not even home. You're in Colombia and you're kicking ass. That is amazing. Good job. Super.
Thank you, thank you. But that's all because of the support that I've had from the team.
It's your hard
I
work.
wouldn't be able to make it.
Yeah, it's your hard work, it's your enthusiasm, it's what you're putting out there that is making people want to join you. And that's pretty cool because that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to share with you guys what we went to. Okay, so on Saturday we went to this training, and I know how I'm always telling you guys, go to live events, go, and I know I sound like a broken record, but it's true. I know how important it is because it's like, you know how when your phone is dying and you're like, oh, and you're running in fumes and you're like worried, but then you charge it and it's like life comes back again to your phone and to you. That's exactly what happens at the live events. It's like you recharge your batteries, you hear other people's stories, struggles, not just because you hear that, but you see how people from all walks of life have a story, and it just pumps you up. And like on Saturday, I had Olgi come. She joined me for this event. I drove 3 hours to that event. I woke up at 4 in the morning, went to bed super late, preparing food for that event. Olgi too, like on the reset. But you know what? You have to do what you have to do. We have to make sacrifices. And the stories that we heard and the speakers that presented on the call are just confirmation of this. We have to make sacrifices if we want to succeed in this business and in anything, basically, in whether it is weight loss or whatever it is that we want to do. We have to make sacrifices, period. So it could be spending an hour of your sleep time working, or your lunch time, or waking up a little earlier before the kids wake up. Something has to give. So it was really great listening to them. I, for a long time, been following Evie Morales. She is freaking killing it. And when I saw that she was coming to Florida for a training, well, she lives in Jacksonville, Florida, but I was like, no matter what, I'm going to be there. I want to get some of her energy or something. And yes, we learned a lot, not just from Evie, or Ivy, but from her husband, from other speakers that were part of the event. And so we want to bring to you guys as much as we can. It was a lot of content. I came home crying, all the way home, crying, talking to Sophia. My daughter came with me, and she even got a lot out of this event. So it was, guys, I'm telling you, if you ever see an event coming near you, make it happen, whatever it takes. There were moms there with their kids, just sitting there with their iPads or whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna say they're gonna behave perfectly, but you know what? Do it. Do what you have to do to go to those events. Actually, Summit is coming up. I don't know if there's still time to register, but make sure that you guys stay tuned to all the live stuff that is coming from Summit. I know those of us going will be sharing a lot of stuff on our newsfeed in the team page, but also Beachbody will show a lot of the events and a lot of the announcements live. Thanks to the internet nowadays, there's so much you can do. So it's gonna be like you're there with us, although we can't hug you and we can't hug and stuff, but at least you're not that behind from the news and all the stuff happening there. Okay, so make sure that you pretend like you're at Summit and don't plan anything for those days. Okay, stay home, attached to the computer. Okay, so let's go. So today we have so those are some of my takeaways, like, about the whole experience, but I wanted you guys to get Olgi's version of this experience, because I could see I was very excited for her being there, because I know she got a lot out of it. And Olgi, thank you so much for willing to be here and sending the kids away with Danny. So please, let's just go. Guys, get paper and pencil, because you guys need to take notes. And there's a lot of content. We are going to try to give you as much as we can today. So, Olgi, thank you so much. Take it away.
Okay. Thank you for being here. Super excited to share and to have the team call back again. It just pumps my energy up. I was telling...
Mondays at 9. Put it in your calendars.
Yeah, whatever it happens, we should be plugging no matter what. I was telling on a live video that I had to do as a homework after the meeting was over, the conference was over, that I felt that I was plugged in a 220 volt plug. I was that energized. Like, still I feel the energy, because it was just amazing. So I'm just going to share a little bit of my experience on Saturday about the importance of attending to these live events. I know there's a bunch of events, and probably the most famous one is the Super Saturdays that we get every 3 months, I guess, in our areas. I've been to those events, and every time I go out of those events, I'm calling Paula. This is just amazing. This is just amazing, because it's crazy, the energy you get from everyone there. And I got to start first. The most impact I had on Saturday was like, everything made click, because it's the way I've been applying, like, Beachbody to my life and my life to Beachbody. And they mentioned something very, very important, that probably if I wouldn't have heard that, probably I wouldn't have realized that that's the way I follow my life. And it was the order you should organize your life for everything to make sense. And I gotta share it, because the first thing, it was putting God in top. No matter what religion, no matter what if you believe in something, you have a God, so you should put God in the very top of everything. Then it comes you. People may think, okay, why me? That's being selfish to think about me first and my kids. No, you have to think of you first, because if you don't think, like, they weren't, you wouldn't have your kids if it wouldn't be for you, right? So you have to think first of you. It's not a selfish way to think of you, but you come first after God. Then it comes your hobby, or your significant other, because if without the hobby or the significant other, kids wouldn't exist, right? So the third place goes for the hobby, the fourth place goes for the kids, obviously. Fourth place goes for friends and family, and the last one is the job. So when they say that, I'm like, everything made click. That's why I'm here in Beachbody. That's it. That's the order that's the order I've been following in my life. So I, like, immediately I knew that was one of the reasons I had stepped strong onto Beachbody. Okay, that was like the major click about it for me. Then the other thing that really, really pumped me up was was all the hearing from other coaches, from other people there. There were people that had just signed the night before, people who had been coaches for 2, 3, 5 years. But there were people like, okay, I just signed in last night. I'm like, what? And you're here already? It was great. But everyone had such a different story about being a Beachbody coach and why and their purpose. And it was very, very, very like fulfilling to hear that there were single moms with 1, 2 kids, that they're doing, like, putting every single effort on to make this work, because we trust in the business, because we trust in helping people, because we want this to work, to have this freedom that we dream of, to be with our kids, to stay, to if they, most of them were full-time workers. And they were telling that how are they managing their business. One of the examples that Ivy said, that she used to work her business. She was a banker she used to work for a bank like for 7 years, 8 years. And she used to work her business on her lunch hour. And I'm like, oh my God, you have to make time for it. Like the worst excuse I can have is I don't have time. Of course, we don't have time for anything. We have to make time. Time is something that you have to make for everything in life. You have to make time for everything. So hearing all these stories about everyone with the same purpose, with the same why, with the same, I don't know, with that whole feeling of helping out people, just made me realize again my purpose in Beachbody, my purpose in my life, and the most important, or like the main story that really got onto me. I was like, okay, I think she was just talking to me. I'm an interior designer, and at the very beginning I was very frustrated because I didn't work as an interior designer. And of course I paid for my parents paid for my school back in Colombia, but when I came here, my goal was going to the Art Institute in Fort Lauderdale, which is a private school for interior design and all this and that. And I worked my butt off to pay that thing out of my pocket. Every 3 months I had to pay for a whole year to get my residential design degree. And of course, I didn't work as an interior design. So that was for me like a major cold water bucket with ice and everything. So this lady was telling her story that she was an interior designer, super successful, from magazines and $1 million houses, and she was like top of the top in every single magazine. And one day she decided to dump everything out, and she quitted her job, and she started working as a Beachbody coach. And she was crying there that she was broke and she didn't have this and that, but she was living the life of her dreams. Like that, I don't know, that really made click, because she was talking about how she was not feeling happy with her being on a superficial life, about if this pillow goes fine, or if, I don't know, the client is never happy. It's a super, dealing with people, it has a very negative side, because the client is never happy, the client is always complaining about. So she was like, enough for that, and she wanted to be more with her kids. She would work 1,000,000 hours a week and everything. So when she was telling her story, I felt so identified with her, like, okay, if she was at the top of the top of the top and she quit it and threw everything out, you know, I'm not feeling bad about not even about paying for my school and not even working as an interior designer. So like, I don't know, things are meant in life because they have to be, and Beachbody was presented to me as this opportunity. And I would have, maybe I would have, if it wouldn't be because of Paula insisted on me, I probably wouldn't be here. But I gave her a chance. I was like, okay, just let me try on this and let's see. And I don't know, everything made click. And And the energy in those live events is just amazing. And I had some little notes I was going to share. I was doing my homework all very good before the the call, but I just, we never follow an agenda, how they say there. Okay, so assisting to these live events, my highlights is you get surrounded with people with the same purpose as you and your same why. You feel the energy everyone has. You learn from others, which was my case, to learn from everyone's experience. And it's not only the content, but on the personal side too, as it just happened with me with that case of the interior design girl. It empowers yourself. Like, it really empowered me to continue to my belief of my purpose here in Beachbody as a coach, as of my purpose as a mom, of my purpose as a mompreneur.
Mom boss.
A mom boss, that's right. and basically that's it. But it's such an amazing way to connect and to recharge the batteries from such a great, so for all of these events. It was not the Saturday event. Every single event in Beachbody, it's just amazing. And Summit, oh my God. If I was connected to 220 volts, let's see what happened in a couple of weeks. But it's just amazing. It's just amazing. It's just like this team calls, but thousand times bigger, that you get just pumped because of all the energy and the good vibes we share there and the good people we meet there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what else? I guess that's it. Paula's gonna tell about.
Well, it's funny. I've been a coach for so long, and I've been at many events. Like, whenever I have the opportunity to go, I go. Sometimes I've had to hire a babysitter, or I just ask my husband to take the day off, or whatever it takes. But this event in particular, and that was the reason I told you, Olgie, that on the way back, I just cried. And the reason was why I was crying is I realized that I realized a lot of things about myself in hearing their stories so deep, like, so going back to how they came from such poor families where they slept in the floor. Remember, this was a Hispanic event where most of us are either born here from parents that are immigrants, who came here looking for new opportunities, or they came with their parents, so they weren't born here. And for the most part, when most people, or in their cases, they came here because they had no money at all. So they were raised very poor, and like sleeping on the floor, crossing the Mexico border with, like, hiding in a truck and having no food for days, and at risk of dying. So all those things, and you put that into perspective, that shit is hard. That's hard. And here we are with such an amazing business that has allowed many people not just to become independent, but become millionaires, retire their husbands. And like Evie was saying, her goal is to retire her husband. He's retiring in 1 year from the Navy, and he's still young. They're still young. He's been in the Navy 20 years. But like, being able to, one of the other girls organizers, she was able to quit her job and go to and be able to take care of her mom, and then her mom be able to take care of her grandma. Like, all these things that are possible because of what they're doing with Beachbody. Now, this doesn't happen overnight, and that is the thing that we have to get rid of, thinking that it's gonna happen overnight. It is not. It is not. It is not. And that is one thing that you're gonna hear over and over. This is not an overnight type of business, overnight success type of business. It is not. It is very rewarding. And the main rewards come quickly from the results that you help people get. It's not gonna be financial. Oh, hi. They're more of in a personal level, feeling fulfilled, feeling like your life has a purpose. So a lot of you guys have full-time jobs, and maybe you go to your job and you're there and you're just going through the motions. But then this is that thing that gives you hope. This is that, you know, that at your job there's no raise, they're not going to pay you more unless you work more hours, and there's just so much you can do as a human, right? There's no limits with Beachbody. And when we start thinking like that, like an entrepreneur, like this is like if you opened a Dunkin' Donuts or a McDonald's or something like that, but the difference is you don't have costs of anything other than $15.95 a month. That's it. I mean, imagine how ridiculously cheap this business is, and the potential that it has. So in thinking as a business owner, we have to think that we always have to be learning and growing. And the one thing that I'm going to tell you guys, you have to be consistent. And you hear me say this a million times. Okay, can you say it? Be consistent. Maybe somebody else says it. Right? But seriously, it's about showing up every day, no matter if you are on vacation, if you are all day, maybe you're taking a family day. It's okay, but just don't disappear from. It doesn't mean go work. It just means keep showing up on your social media, because you're running your business on social media. Show up. Don't post one day 3 times and then disappear the whole week. Okay? So, but I'm not going to talk about how to post right now. I do want to give you some tips because this was the reason why I wanted to go to that event. I wanted to learn this stuff that we're going to share right now. A lot of it I knew, so it felt really good hearing it from them, knowing that we are on the right track. Okay. And why do I know it's working? It works for me. A lot of these things, this is what I do. I did pick up a lot of new tips, and I want to share with you guys. So grab your pens. We have about 20 minutes to go. So grab your pens and pen and paper, and let's talk about attraction marketing. This was a subject that Evie's husband spoke about. He helps her a lot in the business. Their first year of working the business as a business was 3 years ago in 2014, and they made $10,000 that year. She had quit her full-time job as a Citibank employee, and she was regionally recognized as one of the top, whatever her title was, but she was like the ones that open accounts and all that stuff. She was one of the top ones, and she quit her job. 100% quit because she wanted to focus on Beachbody. The second year she made $70,000. That was last year. And they said this year so far in 2016, they have surpassed that income of 70,000. So does this work? Yeah, they have months where they recruited, where they had 60 coaches join their team. 89 success. She had 89 Success Club points last month. Only last month. 89 Success Club points. That's insane. But if somebody does it, that means that we can do it too. Okay? So it's not going to happen overnight. It has taken her years to do this. Now, they shared what they're doing. Okay, so now please don't be collectors of information. Take all this and start implementing like this. Don't wait until you figure it out. Don't wait until your hair is perfect. Don't wait until you put makeup on. You just do it, okay? You just do it. You just do it. You need to kick fear out the door. Fear is only feeding your ego. And ego, not in a bad way. If you look at the definition of ego, it's not that, oh, you feel like it's just different ways of avoiding things that we have to do, basically. So number one, We're going to talk about attraction marketing. How do you get people to come to you instead of you feeling like you're chasing people? Number one, work on yourself. That's number one. You need to work on yourself. So you have to work on transforming yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. So what do you have to do? You have to get rid of fears. You have to be a product of the product, drink that damn shake every single day, push play every single day, eat healthy, be accountable, and get rid of your own excuses. Because here's the thing, when you are not accountable with this, you stop putting it out there. So you start hiding because you feel like, you know what, I'm not getting results, or I've gained weight, I'm not gonna share. It's part of your journey. It's part of your story. You don't have to be perfect all the time. But one thing is for sure, if you're constantly falling off the wagon, would you follow a person that is constantly falling off the wagon and posting it there every Monday? Oh, I fell off the wagon. I fell off the wagon. Well, it is okay, but the problem is your people are going to stop following you because now you're not consistent. You're not showing up and you're not showing results. So it doesn't mean you have to be at your goal weight or you don't have to be Mrs. Fitness. Just show up. Just show up every day. Okay? Number 2, be excited about the excitement that you feel. Share that excitement. Don't be afraid to put that excitement out there. So if you're happy about how you feel, share that. Show that you're excited about this. If for you, doing the workout and posting a selfie after your workout feels like a chore, then you're not excited about this and you're focusing on the wrong things. Get excited about helping people. Show that you're excited, and that's the way that you need to talk, that you are excited. Express your emotions. It is okay some days to not feel like it, and put it out there. Maybe you're frustrated as a mom, or you're frustrated, or you had a bad day at work. That's what makes us human. Post about it. Talk a lot about how you feel now and how you felt before. And that's something that you have to post about a lot, how you felt before. An example, Friday night, I posted just my before picture alone, just so you guys have a visual. I just posted my before picture, and I said, part of the text that I wrote was, I was hiding from pictures. I was afraid to take pictures. Saturday morning, I woke up and I had a message from somebody that I friend requested from my area. I had never talked to her, and she messaged me and she said, Paula, I'm ready. I am tired. I can't stand this. I keep hiding from pictures and I can't do this anymore. What does that mean? I spoke to her. The way that I felt before, I wasn't lying. I'm not putting up. It's the truth. It's how I felt before. So don't be afraid to share that. Don't be afraid to share how you felt before and what you've overcome. If you guys saw a video that I posted about how I got rid of the soda addiction that I had, it is legit. It is true. I used to live on soda and skip meals. I wouldn't eat throughout the day. That's how I survived my 20s, drinking Coke all day long and coffee. But I got rid of it. One day I said no more and I dumped it out. And oh my goodness. And I shared that. And what happened? Today, somebody's already tagging me saying, I'm here drinking my water. I'm trying to cut the soda. Somebody told me yesterday at a party the same thing. She saw my video and she said, I was at the party watching your video, drinking soda. I want to stop it. Why? Because I shared something that I was going through, that I overcame, and I am now teaching people how to get rid of that habit. So it doesn't need to be something huge, but there's something that you're doing now that you didn't do before, or something that you are not doing now that you used to do, teach people how to overcome it. Okay? Teach people. So connect with people emotionally on your posts. If you're just selling, people are not going to be interested in what you have to offer because they see it as a sales post. But if you're telling your story, little pieces of your story here and there, you don't have to write a novella, but you have to talk about, be real, be vulnerable. And it's scary as crap. It is. But it helps you overcome it talking about it, right or wrong. It's like you take a huge weight off your back. So talk about those things. Be a person that offers hope. So if somebody sees that you overcame that, they can say, you know what? If she did it, if Jenny overcame that, doing this, if I do that she's telling me to do, I'm going to be able to do the same. I want to follow this chick. I'm going to do what she wants me to do. Okay? So and this was really cool because sometimes we let self-doubt stop us from something, but I feel like and they said it that day, once you overcome something, it's like you become an expert at that subject or at that thing. So I came home and I did that video with a huge level of confidence, thinking I freaking overcame a soda addiction. Dude, that is big. How many people have Coca-Cola for freaking breakfast on my newsfeed? And now I said, you know what? I'm going to teach people what to do the way I did it. It doesn't mean, oh, can you hear me? Is it working? So it doesn't mean that, can you guys hear me? Say yes, no? Yee. Are you there? Oh, there it is.
Okay, yeah.
What happened? So okay, so if you guys have maybe an addiction to sweets, maybe an addiction to being on the couch and not working out, something, whatever that is that you overcame, you are an expert at that shit. You are an expert. If you didn't know how to cook and now you know how to cook meals so that you can, there you go. Now you're an expert. You're an expert at freaking overnight oats. So you put it out there. You keep putting varieties of freaking overnight oats. People are enjoying. I love watching your video, and I could see people watching. I could see the interaction on your video, Nessa. So put yourself out there. Don't be afraid. You don't have to be an expert to be an expert. You don't need a college degree to be somebody who knows a little bit more, that is willing to share with others. But you have to stop. You guys are letting fear stop you. You know what to do. You know how to talk. And now I'm like fired up. You just need to get out of your comfort zone. The live videos, the videos, do it. That one thing that they said, it's video. And the way that they talk. So, and I do know because I follow her page a lot. You'll see some Shakeology Shaker Cup there or something, but she never says, "Oh, I'm starting a challenge group, 21-day fix." No, she said the way she always presents how to join them is, it wasn't her, it was him that said how to do it, but he said on her videos, what she says is, if you want to do what I do, message me. If you want to know more about what I do. So she never says, if you want to do, she shows the containers and the measuring, and she said, if you want to use this, message me. Because I've seen her videos. If you want to do what I do, message me. So what she does is empowering people and teaching people stuff. So become an expert and put it out there. Okay? Make sense? Yes. Okay, great. So share people how you solve your problem and share that with people so they can solve their problem as well. Okay? Let me see. Let me check my notes again. Okay, let me see. Okay, so 5 things you need to stop doing right now. And okay, I feel like if we get disconnected, we need to connect again for like 10 minutes. I promise I'll keep it short because I have more pages. Okay, so number 1, stop pleasing everybody. 5 things you need to do right now. Number 1, stop pleasing everyone. I need to stop saying yes to everything. Number 2, take risks. Number 3, leave the past in the past. So forgive people, forgive yourself, forgive things that have happened before, and just move on. You have to forgive and forget about things that haven't worked in the past, but move on. Forget that and move on. Number 4, stop repeating the, I don't know how to say this, etiquetas, the labels that others and yourself had put in reference to yourself. So for example, oh, I'm very disorganized, I'm very shy, or oh, people always call me the chubby one. Stop believing those, not just that the ones that people tell you, but the ones that you believe you are. If they're negative, get rid of them. And number 5, stop overthinking. Stop overthinking, okay? She recommended a book. I have it on my Amazon cart and I haven't placed the order because I haven't had a chance, but she recommended a book. It's very small. It's $5 on Amazon. It's called Identity by T.J. Jakes. Identity. She said one book that made a huge difference for her was that book called Identity. It helped her identify who she was and what she wanted to do. She needed to know her identity. So that, I'm going to order it. It's not too big. So again, remember that when you're sharing, share those things about you, share about the problems that you've had, how you overcame them, how Beachbody or this company, how this has helped you so that other people can identify themselves with you. That is something that I always talk about, my weight loss and all that, but there's a lot of things, and that's why I was crying on the way back, because it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, I slept on the floor. I know what it is living on hot dogs and bread when I came to this country. I don't talk about that because it's negative stuff, or because yeah, it had an impact in me, and it's given me the strength that I have now, but I really don't talk about that. And I was talking about all this stuff with Sophia, and I told her, wow, I never thought about even bringing that up, like to share it with my daughter. So it was a huge, just the impact of the live event and how you can open up, how just you find this strength. Not that you need to put all your life out there on social media, but it's how in listening to other people's stories, you realize things about yourself and things that you've overcome, and it makes you feel stronger, and it gives you